Hello?
No, wrong button. Hello. Do you
So
want to VC or do you want to sit in here?
it don't matter. I just was wondering where you were trying to do it. I'm clear.
You're good here?
Yeah. Sorry, can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I changed something on my mic yesterday, so I didn't know if it
Okay.
sounded like shit.
No. You're good. You're good. Okay. So first things first. What do you think's like the weakest part of your play?
I'd say
Like, what are you looking to get better at?
so. I try an IGL, and sometimes I think it's more or less like collectively the team cohesion off the plays, but me individually, I think I take too many fights, and I think I'm too active on the map, and not and as in like I'm being too active and not doing enough with that activity. Like I'm just on the map all over the place. Like I feel like I'm doing what you do without doing the slay power almost.
Oh, all right. Okay. I think I got the gist. Um, before I get like any further into it, what's your sense? Do you feel like your mechanics are fine or
Yeah, my shit's fine. I switched controllers 2 months ago, so I'm still readjusting that a little bit, but it's nothing crazy. I just switched from an
Okay.
Instinct Pro to a Valor, so it's just different thumbsticks.
Oh, nice. I've never used those.
I definitely like the Instinct Pro more, but I decided to try the Valor because I bought the SSG one while I was at
Ooh,
Solid.
that's drippy as hell.
It's sick. It's so sick.
That's awesome. Can you see my screen?
Let me pull it up. Sorry, my Discord's being slow as fuck the last few days. It's loading
Oh, it's
still.
okay.
I'll let you know when it pops up. It's just giving me the cubes right now.
How about now?
Still cubes. Oh wait,
Weird.
stream failed to start. Let me try reopening it. I'm rubbing my hands together, hoping it'll open. I don't know why Discord's been like funky for the last 3 days. Like when I joined, it took 30 seconds for it to actually join in.
Oh, that's weird. I'm gonna try calling you individually.
Okay. Okay, join that quicker.
And you can see the screen?
Still cubes. Hold on. I'll let you know if it fails.
Okay.
Okay, I can see it now.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Is the Slayer fine, or do you feel uncomfortable in objectives?
I like the way we want to play objective.
Okay. Let's
So,
backtrack then.
but I think our Slayers are our strong suit, to be honest.
Oh, alright.
Not saying we're greater than, but like that's the foundation of gameplay. And I feel like that's the
Sure.
only reason we're okay with it. And then we've played Latisse like 50 times in the last 2 weeks, so I feel like we're better at that map. I'd say either Forbidden or Recharge. Forbidden, we are not good at. That is one thing that's for sure.
Okay, let's do Forbidden then.
And I think it's we don't play tight enough, and I called it after we lost. I was like, it felt like we were all trying to make like individual plays and not play as a unit. Like we were forming a wall, but we weren't like creating a wall. We were just like pillars throughout the wall almost.
Okay.
At least that's how it felt. But
Okay.
feel free to tear me apart. I'm cool with it.
Yeah. We'll get there. So you feel like you're doing too much, but not enough. But you also feel like you end up in this IGL position, and you feel like you can't slay out as much while doing these things. Is that correct?
Yeah, and that's Moon's kind of filled in that role where he's the top slayer now, and so it
Okay.
gives me room to try and be a better IGL.
So before we get like really into the session, I want to preface this. You There is no IGL in a Halo 4v4 setting. It just doesn't exist.
Okay.
There's people that communicate more than others, but in a working cohesive group, there should never be a silent person unless they are A, in flow, and or B, they are having mic issues. Like those are the two options. They're
Okay.
either A, muted, or they're in flow. Like those are the only two options. Everyone should be communicating to each other like a conversation,
And like
not
planning together
as
instead
in
of one
like
person
a
doing it.
support player and an IGL. Like that used to exist in early Halo Infinite, specifically with BRs, because of how static the game was.
Yeah,
People
that's
didn't
why my
really
team was
understand like the
okay at first.
flow or the pace, and that totally makes sense. And so you said that that's how your team was previously. What was your first Halo?
This is the first time I've competed competitively, but I played Air Force the first year that this was out, and I had like a completely different team. This is the first time actually jumping in and playing like HRL League this past year. Since
Okay, so
then,
this game is your competitive game, correct?
yeah,
Okay. Did you play any other competitive games before this, or was Halo like the first of it all?
this is one that I full commit to. Yeah, the one that I've, like
Okay.
taken serious.
Have you kind of semi-competed in anything else? Just so I know, like, if I can make analogies to other games or things like that.
I've played COD, Overwatch, Valorant, CS:GO. I've played a
Okay.
lot of
So
competitive
I can
games. I
make
just
pretty open analogies, and
yeah,
you'll get those. Okay. So in Halo specifically with bandits and like this era of Halo, there is never a time where you should be quiet, basically. You can always be providing information to your team, and because of that, there isn't really this like quote unquote IGL role anymore. It just doesn't really exist. It did in the beginning because you had like your anchor player, you had your support, and like yes, they still give out these medals because at the highest level of gameplay, you have people who are comfortable getting close, and you have people who are comfortable at longer ranges.
yeah.
Like let's take Optic for example. Bound and God, who's the other one?
Renegade.
Formal, Bound, Renegade. Who's the last?
It's not Eco, is it?
Legend.
Legend. Yeah.
Um, Legend and Bound are considered to be those support players, but when you look at the leaderboard, Legend or Formal not Legend, Bound or Formal are considered to be those quote unquote support players. But if you look at the leaderboard, those players are the ones that are picking up all those kills, and they're never starting fights.
Yeah.
Like you see Formal put down shots across map, but he's only doing that when he's got a teammate pushing up in that position.
Okay.
It's like in a long way of saying there are still those like medals and whatnot given out, but the line is very gray and it's very thin.
So
So
it's more
don't
about
don't
versatility
tunnel
than
that. Exactly. Don't tunnel that too much because it used to be super important and now it isn't.
okay. That's
The
kind of
game's
how
just
we
kind of
have
like
been playing.
outgrown it.
Ironically, like we have someone that plays more. So I've told them that we should all try and be versatile and like try and take turns like practicing these different like plays and strats and how they work, and not the same person should always be the anchor, but sometimes it just falls to that one person always being anchor, and then like Moon and I are more aggressive. Like I'm
That's gonna
honestly the person that tries to start fights,
okay.
but it's to my downfall a lot of the time.
So do you guys scrim this map?
I think we've scrimmed on it a couple times, but we really don't play it that much just in general, like arena or scrims.
Okay. Because I think this rollout is the optic rollout.
Oh, this is just something I said we should do. It was a little
Okay.
different. I was trying to do
But
like different starts.
okay, good to know. So this isn't like a practice start then.
No, this is something off the
Okay.
fly. I was like, we should try this. Like we're playing higher level people, we should try something different that's not as predictable.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. Okay. Actually, we'll watch until.
Yeah, I saw team was down and they were off spawn, so I was just trying to hold and play slower.
Yep. Okay. So, why do you think you died here?
I stayed still and stayed in that position too long.
Yeah, exactly. So typically this would be like quote unquote holding that 50. Like that's what that would be. But it doesn't work as as much with bandits. Like this is clearly like a muscle memory thing, which is good because we can assess it and we can like assess that is a consistent thing that happens with your playstyle.
Okay.
But it's going to hurt you more than it's going to harm you.
So would this be more
Um,
like a we're pulling flag position versus a pushing position? Like, would it be more
so
optimal to hold that if we're already pulling flag?
yes, but only if you're running it top main ramp, or if
Okay.
you already got the, or if you already have the flag to like the Mohawk position,
Yeah.
because then you have that cross.
Yeah, the coverage is there.
But if you don't have this flag out already, this position doesn't yield you anything unless you have teammates here or here.
So would it have
But
been?
because you don't have these teammates, our job is really easy. I should really flip the colors.
You're good.
But that's okay. So my team is red team here and you're blue in this scenario. But you've got one main ramp, you've got one
One.
back here, and you've got one here.
I think there was one
And
straight
you're
across the bridge too with Moon.
right here.
Uh, top rat tunnel across like the main bridge. Sorry. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
That was. I'm thinking of when I died.
Oh, it's okay. I got this one. So this is the missing player, and this one's like over here, some shit. It doesn't matter. But the reason that this is gonna get you basically killed is because you don't have a teammate or an exit route that will guarantee you to get this kill. If you don't land this kill with the snipe shots, you are now in a 3v what is innately a 3v1.
Yeah. So would it have been better to move back to support my team coming up to mid versus holding that? Or
Yeah, so basically instead of holding, you just needed to basically backpedal to just behind the 50. You
okay,
could have done that through pistol or snipe bridge or even like dropped to like lilies to watch if someone's OEing. But if you stay top mid here, everyone just looks at you.
okay. So play back more whenever teams. I honestly I was holding that for info and spawn influence, and I'm thinking of it kind of like how recharge is, where if you're standing in further util, it blocks that spawn, but it obviously
Sure,
doesn't.
but you're positioned in like this exact position. You're not blocking a single spawn.
Yeah.
Like there's no influence on the map here. Because even if you stand here, someone's still going to spawn right here
Okay.
because it's LOS based. Additionally, this is kind of like a cardinal sin, and I think because you die here, we get into position for a setup to pull the flag. Because you provided us a sniper.
Yeah.
You have the snipe here, you cannot die at that 50-yard line. You just can't. Like, you dying here basically gives us a snipe to work with.
Okay.
So just so you can watch it back one more time, this is what happens.
Yeah. I should have just been getting out in this period.
Yeah, like before Lexi pushed you out, you could have gone bottom rat tunnel and forced an engagement where there's only one lane to peek, and you have a sniper, so you had that advantage.
Yeah.
But because you stood here, you just kind of got walked on.
That's fair.
So does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, no, I get it. I had basically three people looking at me, knowing where I am, and I just got shit on because I had no help there and should have just left that position.
Yeah. So it actually was, I think, Meeks who pushed you out and said,
Yeah,
but I called you out because I knew that you were the last player on the team that we hadn't slayed out, and nobody knew where sniper was. So I basically just inferred that you were the last one and you had snipe. So we had to re-clear that 50, and you showed early. Your teammate isn't in a position to help you yet, so you're basically killing your team by dying here.
yeah. It's that domino effect. I'm down sniper and
Exactly.
then Moon next, and then the other two coming up ramp.
Well, also, like, now your team is ready, and you're still on the death screen.
Yeah, so we're down one.
Exactly. So now look, it's another 3v4, but it's you got a great 2v1 top mid with your teammates. So now you're up numbers. You're up a lot. What's the intention of this route, though?
I was securing dinos.
Oh, okay.
That was the only intention for that move, honestly.
Okay. Well, let's watch it. Let's see how it turns out. Okay. So do you see the issue of trying to do too much, that you're not doing anything?
Yeah.
Because, like, yes, you pushed out this bottom mid player, but it's not your job to. Like, you have a 2-shot snipe. There's no reason for you to drop for this player.
Okay.
Does that make sense, or
Yeah,
not really?
I gave up high ground. I had a power up, and I could have just sat there and probably got easier kills. He was stuck in a pit, and then I put myself there.
Yes, exactly.
Basically, all of them just dropped
you
once I
have a
jumped down.
2-shot snipe. There's no point to dropping when you have a snipe. Make them push you. The whole intention of you having snipe is that you have a ton of map coverage, but when you play close quarters with a snipe, you're basically decreasing the percentage that you're going to win this fight. It gets closer and closer to a 50% because you're in bash range. Like,
so
yes, you can hit this one-shot body in melee, but it doesn't do anything because now you're one-shot in the same exact position where you were just about to kill them.
Yeah.
So
and then if we had traded, it would have been bad because y'all would have had another sniper at your base.
Exactly. And, like, you could have done all of this from this top mid position.
Yeah.
By not moving your feet, and then you would have been full health as well. And you could have shot this Mohawk player or this player, and Nikki could have just full ran it because you had her top mid.
Okay. I'm just thinking about it, yeah. I was thinking about how I like literally just cut myself off from the other two in the back, and now I can't even get info because I'm down here.
Yep.
And then yeah.
Like, you're mechanically better, which is fantastic, but we just need to make the job easy for ourselves. Right now, we're making it very, very difficult.
Yeah, I'm almost bashing my head against the wall.
Exactly.
And then I knew in the moment that was dumb. I should have just waited or moved.
Well, yeah, that flag is the moment.
I just saw Nikki routing through rat, and I was like, I'm just gonna try and throw flag to her, get a touch, but
if no, I just for sure, I totally get that thought process. But the moment that you see Chaos die, once you take this 1v1 and win it, which is fantastic, you now need to play your life. That becomes your job. This flag is not your priority. You are not within grapple distance. You cannot grab this flag. You have to play your life. And you've got four thrusts to work with. And even if you want to make this play, you need to regen your shields.
Yeah, I think I was hoping y'all hadn't spawned yet, but use them. Yeah.
Do you check scoreboard when you're alive?
I try and watch the side, but I don't open scoreboard while I'm like in. Okay. I always check it when I'm dead though.
Okay, good to know. But like, yeah, all we have to do is look at you. You've made the job so easy for us by going out into one of the most open areas in the map while being one shot.
Yeah, just full exposed. It was fish in a barrel at that point.
Absolutely.
And it's funny because whenever I've coached lower level people, I tell them not to do that shit, and I'm doing it.
Well, right, because it's a different context, but the same like concept is still there, even though the context is different. But now look at what you guys aren't going to get. because of this whole interaction.
Yeah. If we had just played life and not worried about the flag, OV would have been ours.
Exactly. So really good job there fighting OS, which was me in that scenario. You did your 25% there.
Yeah, I was just trying to get OS gone. I didn't want
It was
anyone
the right
to have
play.
anything to have it.
But this isn't.
I don't
You've done your 25% here. Your job here is no longer flag. It's to get map control. So that way you can cut off the flag.
Okay. So move more towards snipe or
yes, exactly. One of the biggest things that makes an amateur player an amateur player is they chase the flag. Chasing of the flag will never yield you results because you are always going to be one step behind.
Yeah.
If you are not within like grapple distance of the flag, it's not your priority.
Yeah. I think in this moment I was telling them off spawn get in front of flag while I put pressure behind.
Okay.
Because
sure,
I think I was thinking I was the back player right now.
Right. I totally get that. However, by you doing this, you are giving your team worse spawns.
Okay.
They're getting further back spawns when if you go forward, they're going to be in a more aggressive spawn because you have more map control.
So they'd get like snipe spawns versus like back mohawk
back flag spawns. Okay. Yes, exactly. Also, the game is literally telling you that this is the wrong decision because look at where the players are.
Yeah.
And you're just dead. Like there's nothing you can do. And watch where your teammates spawn now. They all got back mohawk spawns. Which just hurts. Like
yeah,
now
I just
this flag is borderline
spawns.
gone. Yeah. It's like even though you guys slay us out here, and your teammates do a fantastic job of doing that, you now have to refight for control again.
Yeah.
And because you gave up top mid again, this flag's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, I dove because I was getting shot in the back. I didn't know what else I could do there. I was like, if I move left or right, I'm probably just going to die. Or die faster, at least.
Absolutely. But now look at what happens.
Yeah, y'all had a great job. Y'all did a great job on putting at least one person there to pull a flag all the time, or like having it happen when we were like in the middle of pulling.
So that's the biggest thing with Forbidden is if you are not constantly putting some sort of pressure down, you're losing the game.
Yeah.
Whether that's setting up a flank or prepping for OS, if you are not either at this 50 or past it, you're not playing Forbidden correctly and you're on your back foot, which means you're just going to lose.
Okay.
You might draw the game out really long, but you're not going to be able to get back into the game until you take care of the 50.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So really nice job here getting on the overextension. But look what's about to be up.
Yeah, I told them, I was like, if y'all can play for OV, I'm going to try and get our flag back.
So this is a case of doing too much. You can guarantee your team OS by standing here and looking at it, or standing top hut and looking at it. You've got 4 nades and the best long-range weapon that you can pick up off the wall in your pocket. Like, look at that OS is free for you. It's free for you. All you needed to do is just let this flag player sit here and get that OS for free.
Yeah. So this is just doing too much. And then I, of course, throw it the wrong way. Yeah. That was a panic throw. I was just trying to get it off, but I rewatched that yesterday in VOD, like when I was doing, like looking by myself, and I was like, damn, like not only did I just make a dumb play, but I couldn't even create time.
Yes. So instead of doing what you did, if you end up in this scenario again, you see that your teammates playing for flag, you can hear them tossing it. Take this 2v1. Wherever Moon goes, which should be fighting close, but wherever Moon goes, go with them.
Yeah.
And right here is where you lose. This is where you lose the flag.
Yeah, because it just breaks setup because I'm splitting off. Or it breaks any kind of teamwork.
Exactly. There you go. Make everything easy. Make it easy to do by making everything a 2v1.
Okay.
Like, look at how long that took, and look at how far back Moon had to play to get this kill. We're already in our base again.
Yeah.
When if you just 2v1'd, you could be standing above Moon and shooting these players here while having eyes on flag, while also prepping for OS by doing nothing but not moving your feet.
Yeah, and he might not even ended up in the pond if I had been back with him.
Exactly. So that was the first thing. Play with your teammate when you're next to them. There's no reason to split away from them, ever, especially in Bandit meta.
Okay.
You're not very comfortable with thrusts, are you?
Kinda. I don't use them as much as I used to.
Okay. You've got thrusts here. You might not know where flag is, but you have 4 nades. There's no reason to peek any of these corners dry when you have nades. Even if you are making this play.
I should have cleared one side and looked the other, and I just didn't.
Exactly.
You know.
Also,
I think I was in panic mode here.
Okay, that's fair. But why?
Because I was like, I split off and I was like, if I don't stop this flag, they're gonna re it. And ironically, it's y'all are gonna re it because I left, but
yes. So
I kind of forced that situation.
Yeah, exactly. So before we get to this scenario where you have to make like an insane play or win a piv, avoid the piv entirely by playing next to your team.
Okay.
Also, when there's power-ups on the screen, you need, and I say need very, very hard here, you need to play your life. The value of your life skyrockets when there is a power-up on the field. In this case, this OS, if you don't make this play, this OS wins this flag cap.
Yeah,
so
and I think y'all do get it because of it.
Yeah. But also, like, you're thrusting into them. Which, to me, tells me that you're gonna throw a sticky at them. And then sprint away. And you do end up sprinting away, which is fine. But you've got utility. You made a deliberate choice of picking the utility up.
And then not using it, yeah.
Exactly. Like, deliberate choices. Just make sure that you're using them. When you pick them up, make sure to use them.
Yeah, and if anything, I could have thrown a nade to my left and thrust it to the back yell's base. Probably would have been a better angle than going back Mohawk.
Yeah, like if I'm you in this exact scenario and I've made this route, I'm going to chuck a nade at this right corner because that's a great place to sit. If you have top mid control, but if you don't have top mid control, that's a horrible place to sit. In my brain, this player is going to be standing right here.
Yeah, and I think I didn't see a glow there, and that's why.
What was that?
I was saying I didn't see the glow of the flag there, so I didn't think that they were in that spot, and that's why I looked straight back.
Even more reason to use your utility. Even more reason. But yeah. So yeah, we end up getting the flag because we got the OS.
Okay.
But that just shows you the value of those power-ups.
Yeah.
When teamwork is flawed, power-ups win you those objective game types. Even if your teamwork is flawless, you need to be incorporating power-ups into that play. Otherwise you lose. Like, power-ups make and break Halo, so make it easy for yourself and play for those power-ups. Always. Just always be playing for them.
Okay.
Never give the enemy team an opportunity to get back into the game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good, you're good. I just like to
Ironically,
confirm that the things that I'm saying are making sense and that they're not just going over the person's head.
yeah, no, it's funny because that's what we did on Streets. Is I was like, we need to get this camo. This is the game-winning camo, and I was like, we need to push their C because if we don't get this camo, we're fucked. Especially if it's Jade. I was like, we have to do something. We can't just sit at A and wait on it because we're not gonna win it in that case. And like normally that's how I want to play with, but like this map is just like I don't play it enough, so I don't think about it all the time.
Sure.
But yeah, no, everything's clicking.
Okay, perfect. What FOV do you play on?
105.
Okay.
I just switched it a few months ago from 95 to 105.
Okay. I would even hesitant to say that you need to play slower again here.
Yeah, we should have cleared base before I even moved out or cleared something. Because I feel like I just jumped out with no info.
So, first, yes, you didn't have info to play around. But also, you see your teammate get a pick top mid. You also see that one's dead. So you know that you're in a 3v3. So now you're in a 2v3. You get shot from top mid. You've, I'm assuming, called this out to your teammate.
Yeah.
You've made them one shot. And you play to regen your shields. Perfect. You see flag is taken. The moment you see two teammates behind you, this isn't your job.
Yeah, I should stay forward and play with the upper teammate.
You need, yes, exactly. You need to be playing either top mid immediately or go through to hut, which I'm hesitant to even say go top mid because if you see the flag is taken and you're already this far up on the map, there's no reason to go backwards. You need to play forwards.
Yeah, because the people in the back, they can handle that, flag, technically.
Exactly. And if you're in their hut, you have control of the map. Or you're helping your team get control of the map.
Yeah, I'm forcing y'all base spawn.
Exactly. Also, hypothetically, your teammate's 2v1 this flag player, you now have this much of the map.
Okay.
If you go here. But because you didn't, you've only got that 50-yard line.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And I guarantee that your teammates get this kill. Yeah, you only had to shoot them once or twice. Trust your teammates, especially because it's like a pseudo scrim setting. Trust your teammates to do their 25%.
Okay.
Now you've done more than your 25%, but also you've done their job for them. Now you have become the front of the line. But the line isn't ready.
Yeah.
You still have that spawner. Exactly. Now it's okay if you get this flag out and live, but if you die here, that whole sequence is for nothing.
Yeah, because now y'all are spawning and it's going to be 4v3.
Exactly. And now it's back to a 4v3. Good route. Good choice. Unfortunate.
I don't know how I didn't get the melee on you over there. I was so confused. Like, you, like, flew in there hot as hell.
Yeah, this is what it looked like from my POV.
It looked like you had, like, thrust it into me almost. Like, from my POV, at least.
Yeah, yeah. This is what I did.
Damn, that was clean.
Yeah. Thanks.
So nice you had to watch it twice.
I didn't mean to, actually. I was just like, huh, you get the same spawn twice.
Yeah,
That's so
same
weird.
exact play twice too.
Good win. This was really nice play from you.
Thank you, thank you.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous shots. Fuck you for it being on me, but gorgeous shots.
Sometimes I try and use like the grenade explosion to like leap out while it's happening. I don't
That's
know if
perfect.
that caught you off, it like caught you off, but if it doesn't damage, sometimes I'll fly out like during the explosion. But that's why I like play aggressive. Like if I hadn't won that, that would have been bad.
Yeah. I just missed. But I do see the vision.
Yeah. It works in diamond lobbies.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so what's your rank?
I think I'm D5, 6. I think it just went back to D5.
Okay. Do you typically sit around diamond?
This is the only season I haven't been Onyx, but I'm usually like
Okay.
15, 50 max. Like I think the first
Okay.
2 seasons I got high, but after they took out BRs, I got not as good.
Sure. Okay. So right here, you've done your 25%. You see that your teammate is pressing up to a position that you were previously contesting, or an area that you were contesting. You don't need to go backwards here. Even though you've gotten a lot of damage out, you need to get into hut and hold this part of the map.
And I do the opposite. I keep putting pressure.
Exactly. Sure, you get a kill from it,
But
which
y'all
is
have
good because OS
been
is
able to
coming
get
up.
positions now.
But now
Does-
your teammate's in that position that you were already going to end up in to get that kill that you were going to get.
Okay.
When you could be back hot right here and getting this contest on Rev.
Yeah.
And it would end up being a 2v1. And then you would be up numbers and you would guarantee your teammate you would get OS top mid because you control their hut, which is the only spot that you can contest OS from, and actually get the kill. You can contest OS from anywhere else on the map, but you're not going to get a kill if it's not from hut just because of the angling.
Yeah.
So when you get that damage up, which you do a really good job of, don't backpedal.
Okay. So just do the damage move.
Yes, you've done your job. You need to continue moving forward now and get your shields. That's your number one priority.
I think I didn't go into hut because I just didn't know if there was someone there yet.
Okay. That's fine, but you're not doing anything with it. You've got nades and you've got utilities. If you're really concerned about someone being in there, chuck a nade at that top pillar and just wait.
Okay.
Wait for them to peek you. And if they don't peek, then you know that it's clear or that you have to clear a different part of the hut.
Okay.
So when I've been working with Lexi, a lot of the things that we've talked about are things that she understands but has a hard time applying. And kind of what I mean by that is when you're contesting space, you want to be contesting it for a reason. So in this case, OS is up top mid. Like, whatever, here, some shit.
Yeah.
You're contesting this area because OS is coming up. Hypothetically, that should be the reason. You've got a teammate who's coming up behind you here, and then you've got one top mid, and you've got another, like, here. So you guys are fighting for OS. Every area... So going back to what I was going to say with, like, Lexi, one big thing we talked about was quadrants of the map and playing for control one quadrant at a time.
Okay.
Does that on its own make sense to you, the quadrant aspect?
Yeah. So it's like the percentage of like their spawn side and like taking it over. So we have a better understanding like where the other team is without having to see everybody.
Yeah, precisely. So then to add on top of that, because I know that you understand that concept, each quadrant has its own quadrant.
So if I'm just
So it's a
standing
grid.
back nest, then that covers that spawn, blocks it completely.
Right, because you go here, and you might not know that there's like someone here, but you now know that they aren't in this quadrant
Yeah. And they can't
because
spawn
you're
that
in
because
it.
I'm standing there, yeah.
Correct. So now your next job is to get your shields and continue to play up for more control of the quadrant. Because then you have more map control.
Yeah.
Because now you've got this.
It's funny you say it because we did a team session with Lakar a while back with a different team, and she said that I hesitate on plays, and that's obviously what I'm doing here. Is I'm hesitating and turning around to help the teammate behind me. It's
Yeah,
almost like I'm doing the things you're saying in the like at the wrong times. It's like I see Moon and I put them here, and then when I should have just moved up and controlled, versus when I'm
yeah,
moving up and controlling, I should have stayed back with team.
exactly. You have to put faith in your team, and if they don't get it, that's okay, but you've done your job. You've played Halo correctly to where hypothetically if everyone does their job, you'll win the game. But this isn't matchmaking, so like you can trust your teammates.
Yeah,
Especially because you know these people. You know what they're capable of. You just need to trust them. You need to put faith in them to do the things that you know that they can do. That's why you're teammates with them. If you didn't believe that, then you wouldn't be teammates. I would
yeah,
hope.
no, for sure.
So this kill is fine, but it's not anything better than fine.
Yeah, it's not having any change.
Exactly. And it's another 10 seconds. So yes, they're going to spawn up when the power-ups are up. But now you're not full shields, and it's going to take 3 seconds for you to get your shields back. So that's even less time for you to interact with a power-up or get into a position where you can get a power-up that you have, basically.
Okay.
Good 2v1. Perfect. Play for your shields. You don't need to repeat this just yet. Jiggle peek it. Stand on this. Like, stand here and just jiggle peek this.
Yeah, just hold that angle.
Because you can still play for your regen while also putting out damage. But you're just doing too much. You're like fully jumping up out of the air.
Okay.
So like in Overwatch, you know how you've played against Hanzo, right?
Yes.
So you know that the interaction is any interaction that you have with Hanzo, they're going to wait until your feet hit the ground or until they stop moving, right?
Yeah.
So when you jump, you're giving the enemy an arc to look at, which means they know where you're going to land.
Yeah, it's predictable at that point, and I have no control of
Exactly.
myself at that point.
Exactly. So make it difficult and keep your feet on the ground and jiggle peek. There's no reason to jump, especially when you don't have full shields.
Okay.
Okay, we're clearly a little uncomfortable here. Good win, but it's not going to net you anything.
Yeah, it just costs me Moon, and that person can just run through because I'm one shot.
Exactly.
If I take it, I'm dead.
And look what that person then does. Makes Nikki one shot. So guess what I'm going to do?
Finish that.
I get handed that snipe, and I get a free kill out of it.
Dang.
and you pulled the flag, which is good,
Yeah,
but
but
it
it was
doesn't net you anything.
desperation.
Exactly. So you're getting these flag pulls, which is good, but you're not understanding the value of keeping your teammates alive. You're next to him.
And I turn away.
Yeah, exactly. Play to keep him alive. Like, you're not even trying to help him.
Yeah, we're both taking individual pivots at this point.
Yeah, but you look away from him. Right here is where you kill him.
When I just
Because he's not
dipped.
in your FOV.
Yeah.
Yeah, this... Yeah. You need to play to keep your teammates alive. And you even see him about to fight. And now you have to fight a different fight. When
Yeah.
you could just make the game easy by walking with him. Wherever he goes, just take whatever 2v1 you see.
It would have honestly been better to take a 2v2 versus taking 2 individual pivots like that.
Exactly.
Like, even if it
it's
ended up
always better to take a 2v2 instead of a 1v1 and a 1v1 that happen next to each other.
Yeah.
Like, you've got the mechanics. Like, you win this because you're mechanically better. We just need to play to keep our teammates alive a little bit more and understanding the value of our lives, and you'll start skyrocketing, just like you had in the early versions of Halo. But now that it's Bandits, the value of your life has significantly increased, and the proximity to which you play to your teammates becomes that much more important, because in BRs it didn't matter. You could do the same amount of damage across map, whereas as you could right next to them. So there was no point in not holding cross map. But in Bandits, everyone's got the single shot advantage. So there's no point in fighting cross map because A, some of your shots might not even register, but B, if your teammate isn't pushing to that position, you're never going to get that kill. And even if you do get that kill, it doesn't matter because by the time you get across map, they're going to be spawned up again anyways.
Yeah. So even when I get this kill and get past the person with the moon, like, I'm dead. I'm dead to rights grabbing that flag.
Correct. Exactly. The moment Moon dies here, you need to stop moving your feet and you need to hold this area so that way you have a position for your teammates to play to. Because Nikki wants to do that. She wants to play to set up this pinch, but she can't if you're dead or if you leave the position.
Yeah, and if I had just turned around here and even just looked back and just stayed top nest, that could have stopped that whole play.
So I need you to like separate yourself from this like IGL perspective and start moving back into playing to keep your teammates alive. I promise you it will yield you much better results than what you're currently getting.
Okay. Yeah, and then I could have, even in this situation, ran top ramp.
Exactly.
Because I had blocked the nest spawn.
Yep, precisely. Why did you run bottom mid here?
I was just trying to slide it as far as I could at this point. I was trying to get it as far from y'all as possible because I knew that I would take the chance of getting crossed by you if I went up ramp. Because you didn't really have anybody challenge you until Nikki dropped. Like, I remember,
so
I remember running and getting distance
like
from the flag.
A couple steps ahead. Like, you're thinking about possibilities that might happen, but you're not thinking about the current moment that is currently happening.
Okay.
So, like, you're trying to play to counter me in, like, a game of chess. Right?
And
like,
it's not quite chess at that point. It's just move forward if I have flag.
Exactly. But am I incorrect or am I correct? Like, are you playing to like? Okay.
So whenever I'm IGLing, I'm trying to like plan forward for it, and it doesn't always work with the whole team. And that's where like maybe I should just do what you're saying is play closer to them, and then it'll fall suit with it.
Correct. Yes. Because I'm not doing anything fancy here. I'm just running the flag back to where my team is. But now I know that I have to get my shields, otherwise this run is dead. So I've done my 25% here.
And then you're both low, like literally if I'd stayed nest. That's crazy.
Exactly. You get 2 freebies if you just turn your head here. So do you see how it's all connected?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost like they're playing together and I'm not, and then I play with them when I don't need to, or I turn around in situations that don't require it.
Yes, correct. So let's watch how this next life pans out. Because I guarantee the moment you die, you lose the game. In whatever route or sequence you decide to take here, this next step that you're going to have will cost the game.
Yeah, because they're just all dead right there. So even if I get it to the base, like we can't even cap it yet.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I was hoping to drop it on there, but I was taking that risk at that point. That was second flag dropped off the map, though.
Oof,
Poor teammate. Poor teammate.
That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, I mean, the game is sealed. It's done.
Yeah.
So this all happened because of this play right here.
Where I should have just started off helping him.
Exactly. So
and that's that crazy domino effect. That's long run or long term.
Exactly. It's always connected. Everything is always connected. So you've got a really, really strong foundation, but the issues are costing you big time.
Yeah.
So, you're so close. You're so close. Instead of focusing on getting kills and IGLing, we need to shift our focus to keeping teammates alive. Playing with them when you're next to them, and taking a 2v1, not two 1v1s right next to each other. And then when you have control of the map, holding that control, not trying to do too much until you have a teammate next to you or a teammate that has your cross and can help you.
Okay.
Those are the big three. At least from that map.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect. Oh my gosh, of course. So, aside from like those things, you've got really, really strong mechanics. You should be proud of yourself. That makes it really, really good for you to continue getting better, because that's not something that you have to quote unquote worry about.
Yeah, I watched Shawei. That's my reasoning. He was actually he's the reason I got more competitive. There was one video I watched of his, because I usually pick up on things pretty quick. Like, that's why I wanted to get coaching, because I was like, I'm at the point where I'm plateauing and what's the next thing to move it up? And when I was watching his video, like in the first season, when he peeked the corner, the way he cleared the corner really like resonated with me. I was like, I'm just walking out, not looking at anything. Like, I peek angles and I keep reticle head level, but like when he stepped out, it was on Catalyst. When Catalyst dropped in, he walked out and he showed the process of how he clears the map. So he picks doorways one after the other versus like based off priority.
Okay. So I want to show you one specific moment before I let you go here. Oh, this game is long.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, okay, right here. The moment you challenge this again, that's when you lose the game. So what I mean by that is when you jump,
I should have played.
one.
What's up? Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, you see one player and you see two. You saw two players on your screen, and if you have gamer tags on, you would have seen my name and Lexi's. You then see a nade fly in front of you. That tells you that 3 people are in front of you. You have no reason to chow this again. You have gotten all the information you need, and you've made a player weak. You don't need to challenge this again.
Okay.
So playing for intention, or playing to get information, should be your intention, not to get a kill. Because yes, you trade me here,
But it
but
wasn't
now,
worth it.
exactly, and now you're still down 6. This trade doesn't yield you anything, and it doesn't help your team either.
Okay.
Because look, I guarantee that your team was trying to play to you, and now they can't. They're playing to a corpse again.
Okay.
So just knowing the value of your life is very, very important, especially with bandits.
Okay.
But you've got a really strong foundation to take that fight at a long range and win it. That tells a lot about your strength and your mechanics. But yeah, so those are the 3 things that I would recommend working on. Really, really strong foundation. It's really, really good. We just need to build off of it just a little bit more.
Okay.
So, what do you say? Like, I think a week turnaround is too quick, but I think 2 weeks is the sweet spot.
Well,
If that's something you're interested in.
Worlds is coming up, and I'm probably not going to be on for. I'm leaving Wednesday night, and I won't even be back till Monday night. So
Okay, we could do the week after then.
Okay.
So you want to do November 3rd?
Yeah. Should we? Actually, yeah. No, that should work because we're gonna play another team tomorrow for HRL. So I think we could do that and look over it. I mean, that might be too quick to actually put everything into play, but I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Just one thing at a time. And I will send you notes of the session that we had tonight. I'll make it very clear and bold the things that you need to work on for next time. But really, really nice job. That was really, really good. You've got a great understanding of the game, which is super important. And you've got the drive to get better, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, I'm honestly trying to set up for whatever comes next at this point because I'd like to move into a higher level for the next game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I don't see the point. Like I see the point in getting better in general, but like getting better to be a high level in this game outside of like smaller like online tournaments and stuff. Like this game's coming to a close, but I'd like to like set the foundation for the next game.
Yeah, I would. Okay, so totally get that. I do understand that having that kind of a goal. However, Halo at its core, because of the way the IP is structured with shields and whatnot, the core Halo mechanics and foundational concepts will always be there. So getting better at Halo Infinite will make you infinitely better at the next Halo, regardless of like if there's jetpacks or if it's like old-timey or whatever. It will make you foundationally better because of the timing and intricacy of the Halo IP and the shield regen and the health. Like all of these things are native to Halo, but they're foreign to others. So
Yeah.
if you put in the work now, you're going to be that much better for when the time comes when the next Halo releases.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. I may have explained it to where it sounded a little different, but
oh, you're on the same page then. Perfect.
yeah, I still want to like play competitive online stuff for this, but like if I want to like get to the point to where I can even be on a higher level team, it's probably going to be within the, like by the time the next game rolls around because I'm not going to get even AM pro level by the time this game dies.
Sure, I get what you're saying. Do you want to do 8 again?
Yeah, November 3rd. November 3rd's a weekday, right?
Yes, it's Monday.
Will
so
we
it's
be able to
3
do
weeks
a?
from now?
We'd be able to do a Tuesday. I think I'm going to a Renaissance fair that weekend.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to do Tuesday at 8 or Tuesday at 7?
8 will work.
Okay. Let's do Tuesday at 8. I will send you those notes. Really nice job. Be proud of yourself. That was really, really good. You've got a great foundation. Be proud of yourself.
I'm trying.
Good. You should be. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Well, thank you.
Yes, of course. Anytime.